Welcome to Card of the Day, where we talk about Weiss Schwarz's cards of the day, and shout out for Chumby for keeping my ass in check. Now, onto the cards. So the first card we're going to talk about is in Love Live Sunshine. It's Kanan Matsuda. She's a 1/0 blue music sports character, and she has two abilities. Her first ability is this. Continuous. During your opponent's turn, all of your other music characters get plus 1000 power. And auto. When your character's trigger check reveals a climax, choose one of your characters and that character gets plus 2000 power until the end of your turn. So this card's pretty decent if it stays in the back row because it does give plus 1000 to all of your other music characters, not counting this one. So if this is in your back row, that wouldn't matter. So that's pretty good. It's a nice way to build up a nice defense. And it's also good in the offense because when you do trigger any climax, doesn't have to be a specific one, although one character gets plus 2000, but that's still a neat little boost. Although it's not which one of my favorites, which is the global plus 500 support, like this card or even this one. It's a good way to build a wall, and it's I actually like this one. And the art, oh boy. Next set we're going to talk about Sword Art Online. It does get 3 character reprints and 1 climax, and there are this one right here, and this climax. And the new card we have is a 3/2 green Leafa. She is an avatar weapon character, and her ability is this. Continuous. For all of your other avatar or net characters, this card gets plus 500 power. Next ability is auto. When this card is placed on the stage from the hand, look up to X cards from the top of your deck, choose up to 1 card, add it to your hand, place the remaining cards into your waiting room. X is equal to the number of avatar or net characters. Auto. Place 2 characters from your hand into the waiting room. When this card's battle opponent becomes reversed, you may pay the cost. If you do, place that character into clock. So let's talk about the first ability. So it is sitting at a 9000, so assuming you have a full board, that is going to go up to 11,000, which isn't, for a level 3, it isn't that great, honestly, because usually if a level 3 is a bit lower, it does somehow gain it all back. And although this is a bit of a problem, it's still doable because it's, let's say it's a cost that you have to pay for its other 2 abilities, which its other 2 abilities are pretty damn good. Both of its auto abilities do work with each other. When you play this card, you get to look at a certain amount of cards, choose a character, attack. When it gets reversed, discard 2, and whatever card that gets destroyed gets sent to the clock. So not only do they take 1 point of burn damage, whatever you destroyed isn't get sent to the waiting room, it gets sent to the clock. So what that means is that there's no way that they could get that card back on the field. It's gone, it's in their clock. The only way you could get it out of your clock is if you heal, which probably won't happen because you'll already be going for game. This card's actually really good if you're going for game, because if you do play like at least a 1 soul climax, you will be doing 4 points of damage at a level 3. And if you have another card there probably won't make it the next turn. So, the next card we're going to talk about is this Megumi card from Konosuba. She's a 0/0 red. Her first ability is a Suicider, level 0 Suicider. And her next ability is auto. Pay 2. When this card is placed into your waiting room, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose one of your adventurer or magic characters from your waiting room and return it to your hand. So she is a salvage along with the Suicider. So this is actually pretty good because you either way, if you have 2 stock, you can just ram it into anything you want, get it sent to the waiting room, and then pay 2 and salvage. So that's actually pretty neat. So this card is its own little package. It salvages and it's a Suicider, and that's really, really good. And the next set we're going to talk about is actually a set we haven't even touched upon yet. It's Vivid Strike. Vivid Strike's actually coming out pretty soon. That's the trial deck plus is going to come out in March 10th. And actually no word when the booster packs are going to come out, which is kind of odd. Same with the Chain Chronicle, we don't know when that's coming out. So this card we have here is a 0/0 blue Rene Berlinetta. I hope I pronounced that right. And she has 1 ability, and that is auto. When this card's battle opponent is reversed, choose one of your other fighter characters, rest it, and move it to an empty back row slot. So I don't know if this is relevant to the deck, like moving things around, or if like one of the card gets rested. I'm not too sure, because this would have been okay if this was like, let's say 3,500 and it's a cost that you had to pay for it to being so high power, but it doesn't seem so to me. So the last card we're going to talk about is from Chain Chronicle, and it is this Yuri card. It has two abilities. The first is continuous. If this is in your front row, all of your mana characters, including this card, get plus 1,500 power. So that ability is actually really nice. It is a nice little beefiness, and it's not just once per turn, it's continuous. When this card attacks and you have this climax in your climax area, you may pay the cost. If you do, this turn, this card gets plus 1,000 power, and you reveal the top card of your deck. If that card is a level 1 or lower, deal 1 damage. If it is not, deal 2 damage. Climaxes are treated as level 0, damage may be cancelled, and put the revealed card in its original position. So this ability is pretty damn good. This card does get 1,500 plus an extra 1,000, bringing it up to 12,500, not counting the back row support you'll probably have. And with this climax, it does bring it higher. So this is actually a pretty good beat stick in itself. And on top of that, you do get to deal burn damage regardless of what you top deck. So that's actually pretty damn good. And those have been all the cards today for Card of the Day. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.